Practice makes perfect.
Hey Emma, have you ever thought about time travel scenarios?
Absolutely. It's such a fascinating topic.
If you could time travel, which historical period would you visit first?
I think I'd love to visit ancient Egypt during the time of the pharaohs.
That sounds amazing. What intrigues you the most about that era?
I'm fascinated by their culture, architecture, and mythology. It would be incredible to witness it firsthand.
If you could bring one modern invention with you to impress the ancient Egyptians, what would it be?
I'd probably bring a solar-powered calculator. It's simple yet mind-blowing for them.
Please like and subscribe our channel. It will help us to grow.
Interesting choice. Do you think altering the past through time travel is ethical?
It's a tricky question. Small changes might have unforeseen consequences, so I'd say it's best to observe rather than interfere.
Agreed. What if you could only observe but not interact? Would you still time travel?
Definitely. Witnessing pivotal moments in history would be incredibly insightful.
If you could meet one historical figure, who would it be and why?
I'd love to meet Leonardo da Vinci. His brilliance in art, science, and engineering is unparalleled.
What would you ask him if you had the chance to meet him?
I'd ask about his creative process and how he managed to excel in so many different fields.
If you could bring back one historical artifact to the present, what would it be?
The Rosetta Stone would be incredible to have. It unlocked the secrets of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs.
That's a fantastic choice. How do you think time travel would impact society if it were possible?
It would revolutionize our understanding of history and perhaps even change the way we perceive the present and future.
Do you think time travel would be more of a scientific breakthrough or a moral dilemma?
It's both, really. The science behind it is mind-boggling. But the moral implications are equally profound.
If you could witness any event in the future, what would it be?
I'd love to see humanity's first contact with extraterrestrial life, if that ever happens.
That would be monumental. Do you think time travel could ever become a reality?
It's hard to say, but with advancements in theoretical physics, who knows what the future holds?
If time travel were possible, would you use it to change any events in your own life?
Tempting as it may be, I believe every experience, good or bad, shapes who we are. So, probably not?
That's a wise perspective. Do you think time travel would be controlled or accessible to everyone?
Ideally, it should be controlled to prevent misuse or catastrophic alterations to the timeline.
That's a brilliant choice. What do you think would be the biggest challenge of time travel?
Probably the risk of altering the timeline in unforeseen ways or getting stuck in a different era.
If you could witness a famous speech in history, which one would it be?
Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. It's timeless and incredibly powerful.
That would be incredibly moving to witness firsthand. Do you think time travel would be regulated by governments?
It's likely, considering the potential impact on history and society.
If you could live in any historical era, which one would you choose?
As much as I'm intrigued by the past, I think I'll stick with the present. We've come a long way in terms of progress and equality.
Fair point. Do you think time travel could ever be used for commercial purposes?
It's possible, but it raises concerns about exploitation and altering the natural course of events.
If you could observe one scientific discovery being made, which one would it be?
I'd love to witness the discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming. It revolutionized medicine.
That would be groundbreaking. Do you think time travel would be more of a blessing or a curse for humanity?
It's a bit of both. It offers incredible opportunities but also comes with significant risks and responsibilities.
If you could prevent one historical tragedy from happening, which one would it be?
The Holocaust. The sheer scale of suffering and loss is unimaginable.
Agreed. Do you think time travel would be used for exploration or research purposes?
Absolutely. It would open up new frontiers in historical research and exploration of the universe.
If you could witness the birth of any scientific theory, which one would it be?
I'd love to see Isaac Newton's realization of the laws of motion and gravity. It changed our understanding of the universe.
That would be a profound moment in history to witness. Do you think time travel would create more problems than it solves?
It's certainly possible, especially if people start meddling with the past without understanding the consequences.
If you could attend any historical event as a fly on the wall, which one would it be?
The signing of the Declaration of Independence would be fascinating to witness.
That's a pivotal moment in history. Do you think time travel would be used for entertainment purposes?
It's likely. Imagine experiencing famous moments in history like watching a movie.
If you could observe one famous artist at work, who would it be?
I'd love to see Vincent van Gogh painting Starry Night. His technique and passion were extraordinary.
That would be mesmerizing to witness. Do you think time travel would affect the course of human evolution?
It's possible, especially if people start altering events or introducing new technologies prematurely.
That would be a pivotal moment in human history. Do you think time travel would be used for historical revisionism?
It's a concern, but hopefully, people would use it responsibly for understanding rather than rewriting history.
If you could witness one famous speech in history, which one would it be?
Winston Churchill's "We Shall Fight on the Beaches" speech during World War II.
That would be incredibly inspiring. Do you think time travel would be a solitary experience or a communal one?
It could be both, depending on how it's developed and regulated.
If you could witness the invention of one modern technology, which one would it be?
The invention of the internet would be fascinating to witness, considering its profound impact on society.
That would be a game changer to see unfold. Do you think time travel would be reversible?
It's hard to say. Reversing time travel might be as complex as traveling through time itself.
If you could observe one famous invention being created, which one would it be?
The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg. It revolutionized communication and knowledge sharing.
That would be a transformative moment in history to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for personal gain?
Undoubtedly, but it raises ethical questions about fairness and altering outcomes for selfish reasons.
If you could observe one famous scientist at work, who would it be?
Marie Curie. Her pioneering work in radioactivity and her perseverance in a male-dominated field are truly inspiring.
That would be incredible to witness. Do you think time travel would be regulated by international agreements?
It would likely require global cooperation to prevent chaos and ensure responsible use.
If you could observe one famous explorer during their journey, who would it be?
I'd love to accompany Christopher Columbus on his voyage to the New World, despite its controversial legacy.
That would be a monumental journey to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for educational purposes?
Absolutely. It would revolutionize history and science education by offering first-hand experiences.
If you could observe one famous inventor at work, who would it be?
Thomas Edison. Witnessing his ingenuity and creativity would be truly enlightening.
If you could witness a cultural phenomenon in history, what would it be?
I'd love to witness the Renaissance in Florence, Italy. The explosion of art, science, and culture would be exhilarating to experience.
That would be an incredible time to be alive. Do you think time travel would be restricted by geographical location?
It's possible, especially if certain regions or eras are deemed too dangerous or unstable to visit.
If you could observe one famous musician composing a masterpiece, who would it be?
I'd love to see Beethoven composing his Ninth Symphony. The passion and intensity he poured into his music are legendary.
That would be a transcendent experience. Do you think time travelers would face any physical risks during their journeys?
It's possible, especially if the temporal displacement process affects the human body in unexpected ways.
If you could witness the fall of a great empire, which one would it be?
The fall of the Roman Empire would be a fascinating event to observe, despite its complexity and significance.
That would be a pivotal moment in history to witness. Do you think time travel would be limited by technological constraints?
Absolutely. The development of reliable time travel technology would likely require significant advancements in physics and engineering.
If you could witness the birth of a famous literary work, which one would it be?
I'd love to see Shakespeare writing Hamlet. The depth and complexity of his characters are truly timeless.
That would be a profound literary moment to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for archaeological exploration?
Definitely. It would revolutionize our understanding of ancient civilizations and uncover mysteries buried in the sands of time.
If you could observe one famous philosopher contemplating life's mysteries, who would it be?
I'd love to see Plato pondering the nature of reality and the ideal society in ancient Athens.
That would be a philosophical journey worth undertaking. Do you think time travel would be reversible on an individual level?
It's hard to say. Reversing time travel effects might require equally advanced technology and understanding of temporal mechanics.
If you could witness the birth of a major religion, which one would it be?
I'd be curious to witness the origins of Buddhism and see Siddhartha Gautama's journey to enlightenment.
That would be a profound spiritual experience to witness. Do you think time travelers would be subject to any paradoxes?
It's a possibility, especially if their actions in the past inadvertently contradict the future they came from.
If you could observe a famous inventor's Eureka moment, who would it be?
I'd love to witness Archimedes' realization of buoyancy principles while in the bath. It's a legendary tale of scientific discovery.
That would be electrifying to witness. Do you think time travel would be discovered accidentally through experimentation?
It's possible. Sometimes the greatest discoveries come from unexpected outcomes in scientific exploration.
If you could observe one famous architect designing a landmark, who would it be?
I'd love to see Frank Lloyd Wright designing falling water. His integration of architecture with nature is breathtaking.
That would be a harmonious blend of art and nature to witness. Do you think time travel would be a solitary journey or a collaborative one?
It could be both, depending on the purposes and goals of the time travelers involved.
If you could witness one famous inventor's aha moment, who would it be?
I'd love to see Alexander Graham Bell's realization of the potential of the telephone. It transformed communication forever.
That would be a revolutionary moment to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for diplomatic purposes?
It's possible. Time travel could facilitate dialogue and understanding between different cultures and civilizations.
If you could observe one famous artist creating a masterpiece, who would it be?
I'd love to see Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel ceiling. His talent and dedication were unparalleled.
If you could witness the discovery of a new continent, which one would it be?
I'd love to witness the European discovery of the Americas by Christopher Columbus. It changed the course of history.
That would be a monumental journey to witness. Do you think time travel would be limited by the laws of physics?
Most likely, time travel would likely be subject to the constraints of relativity and quantum mechanics.
If you could witness the founding of a famous city, which one would it be?
I'd love to witness the founding of Rome. It's a legendary tale steeped in myth and history.
That would be the birth of an empire to witness. Do you think time travelers would be required to adhere to certain guidelines or protocols?
Absolutely. Guidelines would be necessary to ensure responsible time travel and minimize disruptions to the timeline.
That would be a monumental undertaking to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for historical preservation?
Definitely. Time travel could help document and preserve endangered historical sites and cultural heritage.
If you could witness one famous philosopher's teachings, who would it be?
I'd love to witness Socrates' dialogues in ancient Athens. His method of questioning and inquiry laid the foundation for Western philosophy.
That would be a philosophical journey worth undertaking. Do you think time travel would be used for space exploration?
It's possible. Time travel could offer insights into the history and evolution of the universe, complementing our efforts in space exploration.
If you could observe one famous leader addressing their people, who would it be?
I'd love to witness Nelson Mandela's inaugural address as President of South Africa. It marked the end of apartheid and the dawn of a new era.
That would be a moment of unity and hope to witness. Do you think time travelers would be required to maintain secrecy about their journeys?
Absolutely. Revealing knowledge of future events could have unintended consequences and disrupt the natural course of history.
If you could observe one famous mathematician's breakthrough, who would it be?
I'd love to see Isaac Newton's realization of the laws of calculus and mathematical principles. It revolutionized the field of mathematics.
That would be a moment of mathematical enlightenment to witness. Do you think time travel would be used for historical reenactments?
Definitely. Time travel could offer a more immersive and authentic experience of historical events and periods.
If you could observe one famous natural disaster from a safe distance, which one would it be?
I'd love to witness the eruption of Mount Vesuvius and the destruction of Pompeii. It's a sobering reminder of nature's power.
That would be a cataclysmic event to witness from a safe distance. Do you think time travelers would be required to undergo psychological evaluations?
It's possible. Time travel could have profound psychological effects on individuals, requiring careful monitoring and support.
If you could observe one famous explorer's journey, who would it be?
I'd love to accompany Marco Polo on his travels along the Silk Road. His adventures opened up new connections between East and West.
That would be an epic journey to witness. Do you think time travelers would be required to study the languages of the past?
Definitely. Communicating with people in different eras would require understanding and fluency in historical languages.